I tried that out. I don't know how that worked, but welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be here with you all. Right now, we are going to talk about some hot topics, look at them together, and kind of discuss how I feel about it. But I want to know what you guys think about these as well. So please make sure to leave a comment and let me know how you feel about all the topics that we talk about. So we have a couple topics on the agenda. Britney Spears and how she's being branded as a racist because she singled out only Black artists in a post about Kevin Federline raising her boys with more weed than Ludacris, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Puff Daddy. And this was over a feud over her sons, and it turned into some backlash for her. So we will be talking about Britney as well as Courtney Tailor, or Courtney Chanley, who is a Instagram model, OnlyFans superstar. I don't know what to call them. But it's not funny. She's charged with murdering her boyfriend, Christian. So we are going to talk about that, as well as how Oprah has launched a lawsuit on an unauthorized podcast called Oprahdemics. And lastly, we are going to look at what is an angel shot and bartenders revealing code words to help on TikTok. So that way, if you're out and about on this weekend and you are in a situation you don't want to be in, you can at least go up to your local bartender and say, hey, I'd like an angel shot. So let's get into it. So first, we are going to look at Britney Spears. Now, usually I don't like looking at the Daily Mail, but unfortunately, that's who Kevin Federline went to. So I was looking at this story on MSN, and if it loads, I had everything ready. But in it says right here that the Daily Mail is where Federline recently opened up to. And they also had the Instagram post that she now has recently deleted. So I went over to the Daily Mail. I'm not saying they're not reliable, but sometimes they get the story wrong and they like to exaggerate a little bit. So it says Britney Spears is branded racist after she singled out only Black artists in a post saying Kevin Federline raised her boys with more weed than Ludacris, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Puff Daddy combined as their feud over sons intensify. Britney Spears is accused her ex-husband, Kevin Federline, of raising their two teenage boys in a house full of marijuana. Spears said that the home contained more weed than Ludacris, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Puff Daddy combined. It kind of repeats itself. I don't know why they put these bullet points. Critics noted that the 40-year-old singled out only Black people are examples of marijuana smokers. And I don't like that at all. She's assuming every Black rapper smokes weed. And when she thinks of weed, she thinks of Black people. Interesting, said one. Now, I don't think she singled them. This is my opinion before we even get into it. I don't think she singled them out because she was singling them out because she thinks Black people smoke weed. I think if you think about it, like Puff Daddy has songs about smoking weed. So did Jay-Z. So did Ludacris. So did 50 Cent. And maybe that's where she was coming from in that. But we don't know. That is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So, getting into it, it says Britney Spears has been accused of racism after she said that her teenage sons were growing up in I said it right, growing up in a house with marijuana, then a slew of famous faces, all of them black. The 40-year-old singer is currently in the midst of an explosion and highly public row with her ex-husband, Kevin Federline, who last week told DailyMail.com their sons, Sean and Jaden, do not want to see their mother. Now, Spears posted a lengthy retort on Instagram attacking Federline's parenting and claiming that the boys were being raised in a household with more weed than Ludacris, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Puff Daddy combined. So then it goes into some tweets about this from other people, saying Britney Spears named a bunch of black rappers to make a comparison about weed. The rappers she mentioned don't even smoke weed. I believe it was Jay-Z and 50 Cent that don't smoke weed. Ludacris has made references to it. I'm not sure if he does. And Puff Daddy, I mean, he got the name Puff Daddy for a reason, but I don't think he smokes weed anymore either. You never know, though. We don't know. That's like, I mean, if she had named Snoop Dogg, I mean, come on. Snoop Dogg is like weed central. Like, he got weed shops in California. He raps about weed. I love Snoop Dogg. Like, that would have made more sense. Or Willie Nelson. He's a big smoker. I mean, there are way different people she could have named. Some even white, too, that she could have named. I mean, I don't think she really thought when she wrote this. I think she wrote it out of anger and tried to prove a point, but the point really didn't come out like she wanted, and people are now criticizing her, which they have every right to. This one says, so everyone is just ignoring how Britney Spears assumed a bunch of black rappers are smoking weed and compared successful black millionaires to her sperm factory. No job having baby daddy. That was a good one. How does that negate the main point here? You think Jay-Z is careless enough to smoke a blunt in front of his kids? I don't think that's what she meant by that. If you look, we'll see what she writes, but it even says it right here. This was like verbatim. Has more weed than. So she's insinuating that Kevin has more weed than all these people combined. Not that they're smoking a blunt in front of their children. So let's continue, though. Britney was wrong for this, and it wouldn't be the first time she made questionable comments about black artists, end of, which that is true. So it was quickly noted that all four people she cited as marijuana smokers were black, and several people pointed out that former dealer 50 Cent is now clean living. Britney was wrong for this, and it wouldn't be the first time she made questionable comments about black artists, end of it, said one. So they give you the examples, and then they give you quotes from each one. So everyone is ignoring. We read that one. Britney just named a bunch of black rappers. We named that one. These are all quotes. So then they go into more comments, and this is on a forum I've never heard of until today. Lipstick. Very weird. Lipstick Kaylee, I believe, is the forum. And I know it's probably really hard for you to read. It's also very hard for me to read. I had to zoom in my webpage just to be able to read these to you. So it says, Jay-Z and 50 have famously said they don't do drugs. The only reason she named them is because they're black. I don't think that's true, but that's my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. So she didn't know any white people who smoke weed. She's going to have her fans attacking her sons. Why these particular people? They are all black. I don't like that at all. It's giving, she's assuming every black rapper smokes weed, and when she thinks of weed, she thinks of black people. Interesting. The racism jumped out. This seems racially motive. She could have at least thought, Willie Nelson in the mix. I agree. That's who I think of first when I think of that. Or Bob Marley. I mean, Rasta, weed smoking. Like, those are the people I think of, not all of the ones she named. And then it goes into the same quotes. I don't like that at all. So a quote. One commented, another quote, yet another sarcastically said, another quote. Finally saying, the Louisiana-born singer said in her lengthy post that the situations with her sons breaks her heart. She said the teenagers acted in a hateful way to her during some of their visits and didn't want to spend time together. Spears added that her children's indifferences were frustrating, writing, I want to shake their shoulders and say, wake up, I'm here too. The teenager age is weird. I don't know what's going on in their heads. She began the 4-page social media post discussing her new adorable neighborhood and admits that though her new home is beautiful, she misses her old home, adding, it's hard for me to let go of things I truly love, like my kids. She then condemned Fxllxng for participating in the interview, saying the situation should have 100% been dealt with privately and definitely not online. I do agree with her there, though. He should have just gone to her and not to the Daily Mail. I think he needs money. What do you think? So these are the posts. I do have them. So, I mean, you can read them. I just don't like these little side things that they have. I do have them that I can like easily go like this. And it's bigger for us all. So that's what I'm going to do. So the first one says, just another day here in my adorable neighborhood I live in. It's honestly really cool. I take my dogs to their tiny park and I see how incredibly smart my baby dogs are. They actually sense that we are in a new place at the park and they absolutely love it. Daisy literally runs around with her mouth open, but the little white puffball tried to run away the first time, so I keep them close. I haven't really shown my house yet because it's hard to completely embrace it. Yes, it's beautiful, but I miss my other house for some reason. It's hard for me to let go of things I truly love, like my kids. The situation should have 100% been dealt with privately and definitely not online. A British network claimed that their stepmom's goals is to keep the children away from all of the controversy and trauma in my home. I have love in my home, and I have blessings from the people I allow in and out of my home. I looked forward to seeing my kids every week. It was 2 days a week, but I asked him to ask to stay for more days, maybe 3, but then the next week they stayed for only 1. Yeah, I know that teenagers are just hard to deal with at that age, but come on. They're being rude then. They're being hateful. They would visit me, walk in the door, would tell me that he just likes to be in his room. I'm like, why come visit me if they don't even visit me? But I never said that because I have to be kind. Remember, if I speak up as a woman or say something argumentative like I did with a dance, And it continues. They quoted her whole thing. Oh, I got to take this down on this page. Hide. So they quoted it all right here. And then they show the next one, which I don't know why they do that. So on to the next one. And it continues with, more saying no to it. I got sent to that place for 4 months. So, do I dare speak up and show my upward thoughts of being a real woman and possibly offend the person in front of my face? No, I take it and I keep my mouth shut. It registers right in the core of my stomach. It hurts and I want to scream. I want to shake their shoulders and say, wake up, I'm here too. The teenage age is weird. I don't know what's going on in their heads. We would always do prayer time, not real prayer time. That sounds silly, but it's called devotion, where you read 2 or 3 pages in a prayer book and talk about it. I always tried, and maybe that's why they stopped coming here. I want them to love me so much that I might have overdone it. This summer, they told me we may come here less. And I was like, that's fine. I called their dad and I told him that it seems like the boys are wanting to stop coming here as much, which I get because they have their own things going on. But I feel like they're being pretty harsh. His words were, I would never let them make that decision on their own. I would never do that to you. Well, after that, I haven't seen them since. I will say, though, as available as I had to be for 8 people a day when my dad took me out of my home for 4 months, it's been kind of nice not having to ask about which. And we'll go on to the next one because we already know how the Daily Mail does it. Oh, they actually didn't do it. They went on to the next one on this one. Here's the third one. And it continues with, Day, the boys are coming this week and making me wait 2 or 3 days for a reply. But again, it's just another way for my family to make me feel like absolutely nothing. We will let you know, Ma, when we can see you. So as much of you watch what he refers to his family as a perfect Brady Bunch family, I can guarantee you that house has more weed than Ludacris, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Puff Daddy combined. He wants to bring up my past with that bald-headed, peckerhead face, Kaplan, and circle back to that hard time in my life. That was almost 20 years ago. Their game doesn't work anymore. In these years of the conservatorship, I had to become a beep, I don't know what that meant, saint. I think it was probably the F word. With the pain I had to endure by keeping my mouth shut in my stomach as they literally took my womanhood away from me. I made up for past mistakes and more in that time. My sister does too. She speaks up in her household and corrects people. But how come whenever I do it, it was considered a threat? Oh, he might have to get involved with this one, but if he did, he would say, sit down, we need to talk. First thing was always, nobody likes you. Then the rest of it was, I guess due to whatever I said. It was basically, how dare I say anything to offend others and make them think for a change. Anyways, I know it all. And we're going on to the next one, which the Daily Mail does do as well. And worded out, but I talk about it because my heart doesn't understand cruelty. It breaks my heart because it seems to me that these days, cruelty does in fact win. Although it's not about winning or losing, but I can't process how I dedicate 20 years of my life to these kids. Everything was about them. For them to knock the breath out of me. See, you can't fix me. No therapy or sense of worship can fix my heart. I will forever have trauma, and I know this. I've accepted it. It would take a miracle to fix my heart, and not one miracle, maybe 3, either way. I have a beautiful pool, supportive husband, and 5 dogs. Okay, I'm much, but that's how I love. Have a great day. So, if we look now at the Daily Mail, then they quote, and then they show another post by Britney, which I also have, so we don't have to scroll to see everything. And at the bottom of that just says, Britney Spears, I've been so safe, mama. Find out the truth. It's been a long time for me. Is it kind of cool out? Checkmate. Fuck you. You can't do that. I just did. And then for the Daily Mail, just says, a game of chess. Another post featured an online chessboard with an interesting message in the caption. And then there was this one with Britney, which I also have for us to see, so we don't have to keep scrolling. Oops, but I scrolled too far on my end. And it says, I'd rather go blind. What's worth a shot? Just saying. And then they quoted more of her thing. We would do prayers. I always tried. The summer they told me. And then there's a video that I do have for us to watch. And we'll get into that after the video. So let's take a peek at this video real quick.
The boys have decided that, they're not seeing her right now. It's been a few months since they've actually even seen her. Jamie Spears came to me and it's like, pretty much, I don't know what to do. I want to help. I saw a man that really cared and wanting everything to be okay,
So you feel Jamie might have saved his daughter?
100%. I feel like he saved her back then.
So he thinks that Britney's dad saved her back then, which maybe in her 20s when she was going absolutely insane, he did save her. But keeping her in that conservatorship for all those years after she got the help she needed, I don't think he saved her. So then it says his words were, I would never let them. Okay, that's a quote. Spears then lashed out at Federline's attorneys, saying he wants to bring up my past with, okay, that's another quote. She concluded her message. Okay, she concluded, either way, I have a beautiful house, supportive dogs, husband, okay. All of that, same quote. And then it says, on Wednesday, she appeared to continue venting her frustrations. One post featured a painting of a woman by an artist known as Carrie Draw, an illustration from Hong Kong. The caption read, I need to open my eyes, then you'll explain things to me. Can you explain to my ass? Psst, portrait of a lady. Another post featured an online checkerboard, which we did see, with the caption, I've been so safe, mommy, finding out the truth. It's been a long time for me. Is this kind of cool out here? The famous game of chess goes like this, checkmate, fuck you, you can't do that. I just did. She followed up with yet another post of herself covering her face with a towel, writing, I'd rather go blind. What's worth a shot? Just saying. Now here's another post from Britney. And I do have it, so we don't have to, of course, have to scroll. And it says, It saddens me to hear that my ex-husband has decided to discuss the relationship between me and my children. As we all know, raising teenage boys is never easy for anyone. It concerns me the fact that the reason is based on my Instagram. It was long before Instagram. I gave them everything. Only one word: hurtful. I'll say it. My mother told me, you should give them to their dad. I'm sharing this because I can. Have a great day, folks. So, as it goes, another video, and this is a video of her with her top off. This is when she was on her honeymoon enjoying it. Federline, in a series of interviews, said their sons were embarrassed by Spears' frequent posts of herself partially clothed. I tried to explain to them, look, maybe that's just another way she's trying to express herself, said Federline, who said to receive $20,000 a month in child support. That's a lot of money. Most people don't even get child support. And if they do, it's maybe 1,000 here, 20,000 for Kevin. But that doesn't take away from the fact of what it does to them. It's tough. I can't imagine how it feels to be a teenager having to go to high school. In 2019, Federline was granted 70% custody of their sons, while Spears was downgraded to 30% custody, according to TMZ. I hate saying Federline. Kevin also defended Britney's estranged father, Jamie, a former building contractor who controlled every aspect of her life during a 13-year conservatorship, which ended on November 12th. And then this is a post now from Sam, her new hubby, which he is adorable. And it says, even if there was truth to her kids being ashamed of their mother's choices and positive body image, they wouldn't be the first teenagers embarrassed of their parents. So, well, that's true. Most kids are embarrassed of their parents at one point. The mere presence of a parent can humiliate a teenager. It's so common. It has been a storyline used over and over on TV and in films for decades. Eventually, if not already, they will realize their mother's choices are harmless and an expression of newly found freedom. There is nothing to be embarrassed about, just lots of things to be proud of. Now, one of the things about the conservatorship that I do remember was that they would make her dress sexy. And that was one thing, like, she wasn't, like, not fond of, but, like, she just didn't like that it made her do things that maybe she was uncomfortable at doing. So, but because now she is comfortable, she's doing, and in her own skin, has that freedom, she's expressing it. But I do feel like maybe that could be something also, like, from her past. Though she might have not felt it at the time, maybe now that she has that freedom, she can actually feel like, I can be beautiful, and this is how I want to be beautiful. She's gotta be going through a lot, being in a 13-year conservatorship. And I really do hope that she's getting therapy and help with all the traumas that they put her through. Now, here's another quote. 100%. I feel like he saved her back then. These are just quotes from the video. Federline's 2-year marriage to Spears ended in July 2007, and 6 months later, she was placed under an involuntary psychiatric hold. Earlier on Saturday, Spears' new husband, Sam, responded harshly to Kevin's claims about his son's relationship with their mother. We read it. The 28-year-old actor shared a lengthy message in his Instagram story in an effect to express his feelings about the statements made by his wife's former husband. Sam tied the knot with Spears in a wedding ceremony this past June. And that is it for Britney Spears. But the backlash is coming from online. They explained how it all happened, where it all stemmed from, which was a topic that Kevin had done this to Britney, and now Britney is having to deal with this. And like I said, I think when she was writing it with anger, frustration. She wasn't thinking. Maybe she didn't proofread. And maybe to her, like I said earlier, maybe she was thinking of the songs that she's heard from these artists. And that's why she came up with these names. I don't know her past actions with comments regarding Black people. If you do know, please let me know below, because obviously we read it together. People are saying this isn't the first time she's done something like this. I just think she has a lot going on in her head. She finally has the freedom to express herself. And now Kevin's going to Daily Mail. Ugh. And starting shit with her. And on top of it, she's hurt. She can't see her boys. It's a combination of a lot of things. And honestly, like I said, I don't think she meant it in the way people are taking it, though they are entitled to their opinions. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think she meant it that way? Do you assume that she thinks that all Black people smoke weed? What do you guys think? Let me know. Now, next, we are going to look at another story. And it is the Instagram model. Now, she goes by Courtney Tailor, but her real name is Courtney Chanley. And she's been charged with murdering her boyfriend in Florida in their apartment. So this is, it talks about this, what's happening. And if I press play, I might have to just go back. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, it started from the beginning. Oh, this is 20 minutes, I believe.
Every act of violence in a relationship.
Oh, it's 20 minutes. They have a shorter video. I thought that was the short video. We'll look at the short one that they have. If it's at the bottom. I don't know where I saw the short one. Social media model Courtney Clenney. I'm going to say just Courtney and Christian when they use their last names. I hate when news articles do that, but I do understand. Has been charged with second-degree murder over the April death of her boyfriend, Christian Toby. Miami State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle, Thursday. Courtney, I'm going to have to program. I was practicing before when I was reading this, and I had it down, guys, I swear. Courtney, 26, was arrested in Hawaii on Wednesday on a charge of second-degree murder with a deadly weapon. At a press conference Tuesday, Rundle described an extremely tempestuous and combative relationship between the couple that began in November 2020. According to Courtney's arrest warrant, there had been multiple indications of domestic violence from both sides during the relationship. She said that security staff at a building documented many instances of loud arguments between the pair after they moved into the apartment in January 2022, adding that renters, same thing, as far as 2 floors above the apartment had complained to the building about the noise. Rundle also showed a video from a building elevator in February 2022 that appeared to show Courtney shoving and hitting Christian. According to the arrest warrant, she had also been charged with battery against Christian in a hotel in Las Vegas in July of 2021. Rundle said that the couple briefly separated when Courtney kicked Christian out of the apartment in late March, but he returned on April 1st. Police were called to the apartment later that day, and Courtney appeared intoxicated at the time, Runley said. And this is her mugshot. On the day of Christian's death, he left the apartment at 1:15 p.m. and returned at 4:33 p.m. with sandwiches for the pair. Runley said, Courtney called her mom at 4:43 and spoke for 6 minutes, which would have been 4:49. So they spoke for 6 minutes, hung up, and she called her again in that same minute and spoke for 7 minutes, Runley said. At 4:57, she called 911. So almost 10 minutes later, she called 911 to report that Christian had been stabbed. During the time, neighbors called the building about a disturbance, and security also called 911, Runley said. Runley said, I don't know why I'm laughing. I love how they just add it after everything. Runley said Christian can be heard saying that he was dying and losing feeling in his arms on her 911 call, and that Courtney was heard saying, I'm sorry. When police arrived, Courtney was cradling Christian's body. According to her arrest warrant, he later died of injuries at the hospital. Courtney later told police she had stabbed Christian after he grabbed her by the throat and shoved her against the wall, Runley said. She alleged she ran to the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and threw it at him from about 10 feet away. But Runley said police did not find any evidence that Courtney had been harmed, and said that the medical examiner disputed her account of the incident, noting that Christian's injuries was much more considerable with a downward strike with the knife than with a throw from a far distance, Runley said. And I know I shouldn't be laughing, but I'm just laughing at the Runley said. Runley said the chief medical examiner for Miami-Dade County determined that Christian was killed by a 3-inch stab wound to the chest. The violent, toxic 2-year relationship of Christian and Courtney did not have to end in tragedy with Christian's murder as a victim of DV, Runley said. In a recorded phone statement to the police documented in the arrest warrant, Courtney's mother allegedly told authorities that she heard Courtney telling Christian to leave and Courtney saying that Christian was lying. Her mother did not say anything about her daughter being attacked, the warrant said, and while she allegedly told investigators that she had not discussed Christian's death with her daughter, the warrant cited a 5:25 text message from mom on the defendant's phone that mentioned self-defense and told her not to speak with investigators without an attorney. An attorney for Christian's family said at the press conference, the family always believed that with a thorough and fair investigation, this day will come to reality. When asked why it took so long to press charges over the April incident, Miami Police Chief Manuel Morales said it was critical to ensure the charge would stand up in court. You only get one shot, he told reporters. You want to get it right. And that is very true. Hawaii County Police said in a prior statement they assisted the U.S. Marshals Service as they arrested Courtney in Lalapoana. I know I butchered that. Luanahanahana. That sounds about right. Which is one of the Big Islands. Officers used an arrest warrant issued by Miami-Dade County, Florida. Courtney waived extradition during her initial court appearance Thursday in Hulu District Court, paving the way for her return to Florida. She is being held at the East Hawaii Detention Center while she awaits the extradition, police said. Courtney uses the name Courtney Tailor on Instagram and OnlyFans, where she has more than 2 million followers. Her Miami defense lawyer, Fxllxng, told CBS Miami that she was in Hawaii while in rehabilitation for substance abuse and post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm completely shocked, especially since we were cooperating with the investigation and offered to voluntarily surrender her if she was charged. Frank said before the Thursday press conference, "We look forward to clearing her name in court." Frank said the two were together for about 2 years and their relationship was complicated. It was a clearly toxic relationship they had, their ups and downs, and unfortunately, it culminated with his death, he said. Frank and Courtney were actively seeking professional help to process the traumatic experience on the night of the stabbing. Christian's family said that he was a soft-spoken man, and the idea that he was warranted is unthinkable. In the CBS Miami report, we have no cause to believe that this was a case of self-defense. Toby was raised by a very strong family, morals, strong values. He does not come from that. Karen, a cousin of Christian, who also appeared in the press conference, and that is it. So she has been charged with murder, and she is being held while she waits for her trial. So that was all about the Instagram OnlyFans Courtney Tailor situation. And we are moving on to our next, which is Oprah. But in the meantime, I do want to play a little short ad for you guys. I mean, it's not too hard to tell that I'm big into nails, which I am totally excited to be bringing back the Makartt Your Nail Lab boxes each month and showcasing all the amazing things that I get in them. I have a little video that I've been working on that will be coming out soon, showcasing the last few months since I did take some time off to do other things, but I was still making sets, playing around, creating amazing nail designs, and using everything that I get from these amazing boxes and all of the new Makartt items that have been released. There is a link in my description where you can click that and it will take you right to Makartt's website where you will see all of the amazing items they have. And once you're done shopping, you can use my code to get 15% off your entire order. This will help so much, and their products are top-notch on the market, as well as they have natural, healthy ingredients with a wide variety of gel polishes, polygels, dipping powders, and their amazing acrylic powders, which some are even a all-in-one that can be used as an acrylic powder or a dip powder. Not only do they have all the essentials to making amazing sets of nails, they have a large variety of nail decor to dress up any set for any occasion or theme. Between the nail foils, the rhinestones that they have in all shapes and sizes, the raw glitter, and their amazing themed decor sets, you will have everything you need and more. They are always having great sales on Makartt, and even with those great sales, you can still use my promo code to get an even bigger savings. I hope you check out their website, and as you can see right here, you yourself can create this set of nails with everything you find from the website. Thank you for watching that. I love Makartt, and I cannot wait to show you the videos that I have, as well as I I have to talk to a locals rep. He's going to help me because locals is a lot different than YouTube. But as soon as I talk to this rep and I get everything running smoothly like I want it to, I am going to be putting a lot of exclusives on my locals account, which I will be giving you a promo code so you guys can check it out. So on locals, you can go there and look at all of the stuff on my page, but there will be exclusive videos and exclusive posts that only subscribers, which are kind of like members here on YouTube, can see. And with me giving you this promo code, you will get the first month free, so that way you can check it out, see if you like it, and hang out with me. After that, it'll be $5 a month, and we can have a lot more fun, but there'll be a lot of exclusive makeup videos, nail videos, a lot of exclusive videos where I will be talking about things that I don't talk about here on my YouTube channel. So I hope that you guys can join me there, and once everything is up and running smoothly, I'll be able to promote this like hell for you guys. And give you that free promo code and all of that. But if you do want to check it out, the link is in the description, as well as the Makartt stuff, so you guys can check that out. But moving on to our next topic, which is Oprah. Now, let's add it to the screen so we can get it going. The beautiful Oprah Winfrey has launched a lawsuit against unauthorized podcast Oprah Demics. Now, talk show queen Oprah Winfrey is taking no prisoners after her company filed a lawsuit against a popular podcast inspired by her hit television show. On Tuesday, Harco Inc., a company owned by Winfrey, filed the suit in Manhattan federal court against the host of the Oprah Demics podcast. The show is a self-proclaimed unauthorized study of the Queen of Talk. Each episode aimed to dissect some of the show's most popular and controversial moments. Cat. Sorry, guys. She went after my foot. I wish you guys could see my adorable cat and how she just attacked the shit out of my foot because I'm trying to wean her off the treats, because every time I go to make a live or a video, she has to be up my butt and around the corner. Though most of the day, she's basking in the sun, laying down. So I need to take a brief second to try and open up this goddamn treat bag that apparently is breaking at the seams, so she can leave us alone so I can finish reading. I swear, sometimes she's worse than a toddler. But hey, one day I'll have a toddler, and then I can say, I wish I had my cat. Or I'll have both, and it'll just be hell. And then you guys can make fun of me even more. But anyways, the trademark... Yeah, that's where we left off. The trademark suit name hosts Kelly Carter Jackson and Leah Wright Riggery, maybe? I'm bad with names. Sorry, guys. The complaint says the show breached trademark law by using Oprah's name and likeness. According to NBC News, Harper Inc. is not seeking to have the podcast stopped or receive damages. They simply want the show to change its name, so as it's not misleading fans that Winfrey is associated with the production. I can completely understand that. And that's Oprah being very nice. She does not want money. She doesn't want them to stop. She just wants them to change the name. And then it says right here in a comment, Harpco submitted that the court should enjoin defendants from wrongfully creating a new brand incorporation, Harpco's trademark, and making trademark which diluted of the consistent misuses of Harpco's Oprah and O family. And my boyfriend's calling me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. I tell you. And I had texted him and let him know, hey, I'm recording, babe. So he knows. But he always thinks that, it's going to be 5 minutes, not 50 minutes. But whatever. Sorry. Again, I am so sorry. Harp goes Oprah and O family for trademarks and explicit misleading consumers to the source and or sponsorship of defendants' branding offers. The show was launched in March of 2022 and currently boasts 18 episodes. Following the success of their first few episodes, they even hosted a live recording of the Tribeca Film Festival earlier this year. Producer for the Roulette Productions sent a statement to The Hollywood Reporter calling the show nothing more than a fun journalistic exploration. Opedemics is a journalistic exploration by history professors and sincere longtime fans of Oprah Winfrey. As independent producers, we feel it's important to have fun, approachable, and educational conversations about the cultural impacts of Miss Winfrey. This comes from a place of both admiration and critical thinking. Kelly and Leah are remarkable hosts. Roulette Productions produces Opedemics and has been engaging with the team at HarpGo for some time. While generally surprised by this, we hope to resolve it. So they've been dealing with them, and then all of a sudden they get a lawsuit with them. That's what it kind of sounds like. So what do you think? Do you think that Oprah is being very fair? She doesn't want money. She doesn't want any damages. She doesn't want them to stop their podcast. She actually likes the podcast. She just wants them to change their name so that people don't associate it with her brand, which I can completely understand, and that's very respectful. Hopefully, though, that they can work this out and not have to go to court. That usually is the back and forth between lawyers during a lawsuit before they actually go to a courtroom. So I really do hope that they can work this out. And of course, now this last one I found very interesting and I wanted to bring it up. One, it has a lot of TikTokers in it, but mainly because it's the weekend. We're going to have fun here tonight on my channel with game night. But if you're out and about hanging out at the bar, you feel uncomfortable by someone maybe hitting on you, or you see an ex-boyfriend that is from hell and you know that maybe he'll start some shit with you, or you just got yourself in a sticky situation that you need to get out of. There is a drink code word for bartenders to know to help you. And I'm going to bring that to you today so you can learn more about it like I did. So it says, bartenders spread awareness of drink orders that serves as a secret code for help. If you never heard of an angel shot before, it's because the liquor doesn't exist. Despite that, the trick is going viral on TikTok with the hashtag angel shot, generating over 142 million views as people ask what exactly asking for an angel shot at a bar means. Well, what is an angel shot? An angel shot is a code word that signals to a bartender that a customer is in need of help. The order can be used by bar patrons to inform a bartender if they're feeling unsafe so that the bartender can get help discreetly. Here's our first TikTok that we're going to take a peek at. Oh, of course there's music. We'll play it again. I'm sorry. I forgot there was music. Can I go back up here? Most of them explain. I'll have to play it through and then replay it. So we'll replay it. So, excuse me. What can I get you, sweetheart? An angel shot, please. Yo, that sounds good. I want one too. Who? The guy in the glasses over there. I'll be right back. Watch the bar for me, please. So that was just like a short little one. Bartenders and frequent bar goers are letting viewers in on the phrase that could potentially save their life. Going out for a few drinks at the bar can be fun and a good opportunity to unwind, but alcohol-fueled events can also land you in situations you feel unsafe. Whether it's the stranger who keeps following you around or the belligerent person trying to pick a fight with everyone, it isn't always easy to flag down help without causing a big scene that puts you in even more danger. Luckily, there is a way you can alert bartenders should you find yourself in trouble. All you have to do is simply let the bartender know that you'd like an angel shot. If you feel that a situation is becoming especially dangerous, or a person is making you afraid, you can also ask to make them with a lime, which is a signal to call the police. If you need someone to walk you out to your car, you ask for an angel shot neat. An angel shot on the rocks means you need a ride to safety. Now, this one also has music. I'm going to have to pause real quick. Good day there. Look like your grab. I'd have an angel shot. Do you need a lime with that? Yes, please. Okay. Wait, right here. Bar husband. Can you serve that customer? I'll replay it though. I like how he hits his elbow. Like, I'm going to take care of business. Now, in some bars, you can even ask the bartender to see Angela, which signals them to pull you to the back of the bar away from other patrons until you feel safe. After ordering an angel shot, the bartender will usually ask you who and have you describe the person posing a threat so that they can either ask them to leave or call for help. Bartenders from TikTok are spreading awareness of angel shots through videos. An angel shot is a way for asking for help from a bartender, a bouncer, a manager, or someone at a restaurant without directly saying it. TikToker Call Me Cookum explained in a video. The benefits being talked in code to avoid the situation from getting any worse. And this one we can actually listen to.
What if the person you're with knows what an angel shot is? How would you handle the situation? This is actually a really good question, especially more recently, so this needs to be addressed. Let's start off by saying that an angel shot is a way for asking for help from a bartender, a bouncer, a manager, or someone at a restaurant without directly saying it. The benefit being talking in code to avoid the situation from getting any worse. Because in the end, the number one priority is making sure that you're safe. But what if the person you're with knows what an angel shot is and they're standing right over your shoulder and you just still don't feel comfortable saying it? You can ask your bartender if Angela's working. This is more of a thing over in Europe and Australia, but it's actually becoming more popular around America as well. But I have seen situations where even this isn't good enough. And it sucks that we're in a day and age where this is necessary, but I mean, it's always good to have protocols aligned ahead of time.
I agree.
As close to an authority figure or somebody who's working at the location as possible, whisper or yell it if you have to. In whatever way that you feel comfortable talking about it, shorter words if possible, get your point across to make sure that they know that you need help. And this is the most important part right here. This can be used by anybody, not just women. At the end of the day, we need to make sure that you're safe.
Exactly. Male or female, it can be asked by anybody. And I'm so glad that this is becoming out there for others to know. Because I did work as a bartender for a little bit in my lifetime. I did know what an angel shot was. Nobody ever asked me, so I don't have any great stories to tell you guys. But I'm glad to see that this is getting out. It's awareness that we need to bring. And like they did say, alcohol can cause sometimes moments of feeling unsafe, or that your ability to handle yourself might not be the best because you are now under the influence and you do have this person that is bothering you and you would like to feel some kind of safety. And that's what they're there for. Not only to serve you drinks, but to also help. Now, the Angel Shot code is receiving a lot of praise on social media platforms. I'm a bartender, and Angel Shots are so important, especially in downtown Chicago, one user commented. I'm so glad I know about this. Thanks to TikTok, another user wrote. People are stressing that every bartender learns what an Angel Shot is, so they know exactly what to do should they have a customer request one. That is true. I was in a situation where the bar didn't know what an Angel Shot was. One shared, if they didn't recognize the panic in my eyes, I'm not sure where I'd be. While unsafe situations can arise for both men and women, women typically find themselves more vulnerable at bars. So do men, though. Not nearly enough women know about this, and there needs to be a lot more awareness. Call Me Cookum shared in another video. He also revealed that people have ordered Angel Shots from him before, and that the first time he had to Google the definition. So unfortunately, that bar did not let him know. So where I worked at two bars. I worked at, which is no longer around, so I can actually tell you about it, the Dolly Madison Inn. And it was a small little bar at the back of a hotel. And that was actually where I learned about the Angel Shot. And then I worked at a golf club and I bartended for banquets and things like that. But I also got to drive the beer cart and make drinks for the golfers. So no one asked me for an Angel Shot there, though I already knew it from working at the other bar. But I do find it like that some bars don't know this. They need to teach their bartenders this, and I'm glad that awareness is being brought out there to the public so people do know about this. And this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to share this hot topic tonight with you guys, because I want to bring more awareness to this, because I want you guys to go have fun, but also be safe. And if you don't feel safe, you know what to do now. So let's listen to this last TikTok.
Does anyone ever order an Angel Shot from you? Yeah. But here's the thing, not nearly enough women know about this, and there needs to be a lot more awareness. So with that being said, let's get into it. Let's do it. But real quick, there is no actual alcohol in this shot, okay? It is not a shot, period. This is a way of asking for help without directly saying it. It's to be used in serious situations, not something to abuse. I feel like this is mainly directed towards women, but men can use it too. If you're in a bar and you need help, it doesn't matter what the situation might be, but you're in a situation where you cannot do it on your own and you feel uncomfortable. Like you think you might have been drugged, potential fight, stalker, whatever your reason might be, you need
a ride home.
You can go to a bartender and ask for an Angel Shot. My first time with this was a few years back. A girl I never met before came up to the bar and asked for an Angel Shot. My dumb ass looked like an idiot there for a second, so I couldn't figure out what it was. I froze for a second, told her to wait while I went to go look it up. I came back with my friend Tyler, and I told him to wait with her until I figured out what to do. I brought my manager over. He escorted her out and made sure that she was getting help. I didn't even know what happened. Point is, she was safe.
That's perfect. And I'm glad that she was able to get help. He figured it out and she got home safe, because you never know what could happen. Other bartenders are sharing their stories and urging each other to become familiar with the term Angel Shot so that they could offer assistance to any of these patrons who might need it. However, others are concerned that the widespread use of the term can expose its meaning to the wrong people. This trend might actually make it dangerous for girls to ask for an Angel Shot, one user pointed out. If the abuser knows what it means, it could get worse. Which I can understand their point. But at least if they're asking for it, the bartender will know right away what to do, or know that something might happen if they know somebody is next to them and says, an Angel Shot? What? At least they'd understand. I think there should be more awareness brought to this, and that's why I'm sharing it. I don't think that I do know it can cause some harm, but it will cause more good than harm, if you know what I mean. Yes, there could be an incident where the guy's next to the girl and she's ordering it and he knows what it means. There is possibilities of that. But like I said, the server will know immediately if something is wrong, and he hears her and he's then like starts an issue. The bartender has that warning at least. But it can do so much good, because most of the time people aren't always at the bar. They say, oh, I'm going to go get a drink and then go to the bar, or they can like scoot down some and ask a different bartender, or maybe the person's talking to somebody else because he's drunk, he's not focusing, or they're drunk. I shouldn't say he. They're drunk, they're not focusing, and they can ask the bartender. That's why I wanted to bring awareness. So that is all the hot topics for today. This is going to be kind of a new segment here on my channel where we'll look at a couple hot topics, talk about them, discuss them. I might actually start doing these live so we can have some live discussion instead of a video format of me talking about it. What do you guys think? Do you guys just want to do this live with me? I kind of do. So let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think about all the hot topics tonight. Let me know about Britney, what you feel about that whole situation. Do you think that she was being racist? Or do you think that maybe she was being kind of just, I don't want to say dumb, but like uneducated with her references to people that smoke weed? What do you think about Oprah? Do you think she's doing the right thing by not asking for any money, or for them to cut it off and just change the name? What do you think about the whole Courtney and Christian situation? Do you think she actually did it? Do you think she'll serve time in prison? What do you feel? I want to know what you guys think. This is the main reason why I do these, because I want to hear what you guys think. I love giving my opinion on it, but I love hearing what you guys have to say about it. Leave a comment below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more of these hot topics and much more celebrity influencer news, and of course, all the amazing other content that I bring here on my channel. We will be going live 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight for game night, where we do trivia games. We do random, like, they give a question, we give a percentage to what we think of people doing this. We have lots of different games because we play Jackbox games, and Jackbox has what they call packs, and they have up to 9 packs right now, and each pack contains 5 games, which means we got a lot of different games to play, honey. Plus, we also like playing bingo. We also like playing other trivia games. Come hang out, have some fun with us, and enjoy your Friday night. Of course, bring a drink, bring a joint, enjoy yourself. That's what we do on Friday night. Come and enjoy the fun. I will be here, and I hope to see you all again soon. And I'm very sorry again for all the interruptions that I have in my life. It happens, right? It's life. Bye, everyone.